welcome back to my channel for a video that's a little bit out of the norm today, because today we're gonna talk about the business side of YouTube, making videos, that whole thing. Whether you're trying to build your channel or you're just trying to make your videos a little bit better, a little more professional, today I'm gonna tell you the 6 most essential online tools that I use every single day and every single week to make my videos, to make them look better, more professional, and just make the process a little bit easier. I'm also gonna share my tips and tricks of exactly how I create my thumbnails and my intros and all of these things that I kind of haven't shared in the past because I kind of feel like it's a little bit of a secret. Like, I'm kind of proud of myself for finding these more niche softwares and figuring out how to make them work. But I'm not gonna be selfish. I'm gonna share them with you so that you can use them for your videos as well. So I'm gonna start with a little bit more of a common online software that I literally use, I would say 10 to 15 times a week. You've probably heard of it, but this is how I make all of my thumbnails, and this is also how I make things like my media kit, which is what I send out to brands if I'm ever doing brand sponsorships. It's how I make my channel, what do you even call that? Big image on the top of your channel. It's even how I have made graphics for Janse the Label, which is the clothing design I'm working on, postcards, so many things. That's Canva, and this is actually a free software. So for all of these softwares, I did screen recordings of me actually utilizing them in a day-to-day scenario. So in this one, I showed you my process of how I make my thumbnail, and I like them because they have a ton of templates already. And so with that, I go ahead and take the screenshot or whatever that I use as my thumbnail, and I pick a template that I already like and then just manipulate it around to make it a little more unique and personal. Sometimes I change up the colors of things to make it a little bit more on brand. I delete things if it's a little too busy. I add things if I want it to have a little more pizzazz. So it's nice because it gives you a starting point for creativity, and then you can just kind of move things around and make it yours. So it's not like building something from scratch. So I like that a ton. And like I said, it is one of the only free softwares that I use. However, there are some really cute graphics that you can put on to your thumbnails or whatever you're designing that will be premium images, and oftentimes there'll be like a $1 or $2 fee to utilize it. Otherwise, it'll be watermarked. You can choose to download something when it is watermarked, or you could pay to remove those watermarks for those more premium images, doodles, whatever you're putting on your thumbnail. I used to try to edit thumbnails on like a crappy app on my phone, and they were so bad, and I really do think that switching over to Canva online to make my thumbnails made a world of a difference, because that's people's first impression of your video. And you want it to capture your personality, also look professional, also look fun enough to click on, so that people that have never seen your channel before will click on your video. It's the first impression, it's pretty important. Next, let's talk about music for a second. So I went through a little stressful time. I first figured out how to get music from Best Dressed, who is a really big YouTuber. She does such a good job on YouTube, and she once talked about how she finds her music for YouTube. So I did what she did, and we both got into trouble. She found artists on SoundCloud, Spotify, I honestly get them confused, but she kind of found unknown artists, and what she would do is download their tracks, and then she would upload them as blank videos and to see if it got copyrighted or not, and if it didn't, she was like, cool, it's not a copyrighted song, it's good to go, and she would just give them credit in her description box. So that's what I did until some of the artists made it copyrighted later in life, and they were already in my videos. So because of that, even though the songs were not copyrighted at the time, they became copyrighted, and all of my videos became demonetized, and I lost a lot of money. So I decided I'm not gonna mess around with that anymore. Now all of my music is from a website called Epidemic. I'm pretty sure this is probably where every YouTuber gets their music. I do pay for it. I pay $15 a month for it, but every single song on there is completely safe. I like how you can search by category. I normally go for more acoustic just because that's more my vibe, my aesthetic. And you can also search by the mood, the tempo, if you want lyrics in it, like vocals, or if you want it just instrumental. I like to have a healthy mix of both. So for like time lapses or what have you, I like to have vocals, but just for the background of my music, I don't like to have any. And the way it works too, you obviously download that song onto your computer. So you would think like, oh, I'll just pay the $15, download a ton of songs and then cancel it. But your membership covers the songs that you upload onto YouTube for that month. So even if you download a song in January and don't pay in February, if you upload a new video in February with that song, you need to pay to use the song. So I pay my membership every single month, even though I haven't really downloaded new songs in a while because I have quite a few on my computer that I like. It's just a nice peace of mind. I'll pay $15 every month to save the stress of potentially losing thousands of dollars every month. So that's where I'm at. The next one is one that I am so excited about because I have been using this website for about a year now to better myself, and they are actually also sponsoring this video. That is Skillshare. So thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring today's video. I think one of the most important parts to making your videos better is to always be learning, and Skillshare is just a really good community that has classes on everything. So they have classes about like the business side of things. They also have classes about the more technical side of things to better your craft and to better your editing and your filming and all of that. I decided that 2020 was the year that I was gonna actually focus on like the quality and learning and making it better and explore those kind of new skills within video creation. So I don't know, maybe you could join me on that. Maybe we can all just be better at what we do in 2020, whether that's video or not. So if you're not familiar with Skillshare, you should be. But what they are is they're basically an online learning community, and it's membership based. So you pay a membership to have access to all of these courses online about whatever you're interested in. A couple that I'm interested in right now, I actually have them pulled up because I was watching them earlier today. One is called Film Lighting Made Simple, because lighting is probably the thing I've been struggling the most with my videos. My crappy little ring light over here for my birthday, I'm asking for a better light, so I'm trying to learn as much about lighting as possible, to know what lights to get, to know how to make my videos better. And another one that I like is called Video Editing Transforming Footage into Evocative Stories. So I like that one as well because editing is another, I would say, weaker side of mine that I'm always trying to improve on. Also, I like how a lot of the classes are broken into small little pieces, so I can just watch a few minutes here or there whenever I have time and still constantly be learning. And out of all of my softwares that I pay for, this is actually one of the cheapest, because if you buy an annual membership, it comes to less than $10 a month, which I always remind myself, I put everything in terms of coffees. That is 1.5 lattes if you live in LA. So with all of these softwares, they're linked down below, but Skillshare, I highly recommend checking out the link down below because there is a special offer for you that if you want to sign up, you could try the premium membership for free for 2 months, which you could learn a lot in 2 months. And there's no harm, no foul, so I might as well try it and see what you think, because I know I love it and I have learned a lot. The next one is a software that's made a little more for YouTube, and it's called TubeBuddy. I downloaded this and was like, okay, it's kind of helpful, whatever. And then trying to cut down costs, I stopped it. And then when I stopped it, I was like, wait, that was more helpful than I realized, and I picked it back up. And TubeBuddy has a lot of different tools, but the things that I like for it are mostly just the tag generator. So I pay for the base subscription, which is $9 a month. And what I do, I think I have some footage of me uploading an old video. It takes everything that you put in like your title and your description box, and it generates tags for your video, and it will tell you how well they will perform. So it will make you just more searchable. It's basically like an SEO tool for YouTube. It's nice not to have to just like sit there and think of tags and be like, I don't know, online, tools, skill, but it will tell you like this tag will get you the most views by saying best 6 online tools YouTube 2020. Like they're normally lengthy, which I don't know, I guess that works better, but that has helped me get more views and gain more traction. And then the other thing I like it for is I have created a template of my end screens for the end of my video and saved it. So whenever I'm uploading, TubeBuddy pops up and says, want to apply your template? And I just click yes. Instead of having to go and like build my end screen at the end where I would drag my most recent video and like try to line it up perfectly, and then drag my most recommended video and try to line it up perfectly, and then drag my subscribe button and all that. Now I just click yes and it's done. So that one is very helpful. Next, I have been kind of playing around a little bit more with how I create my thumbnails. Obviously, I put them all together on Canva, but Sometimes I want to like have multiple pictures of me in different outfits all on one thumbnail, and in order to do that, I need to basically Photoshop out the background, and that is a skill that I will learn someday, but I just don't have time for that right now. And so I found this website called Photo Scissors. It's not like the sexiest website. It definitely feels a little bit dated, but it's really, really helpful, very cheap, and it's pretty smart too. So you upload a photo and it automatically detects what is like the main thing of interest and what is the background. I would say 80% of the time it's perfect. 20% of the time, if you have like something light, like if I were to post a picture like this, it might read all of this as the foreground, but since my hand is like cut off from my shirt and is light against light background, it might not register my hand. So I would have to go in and fill that in. But it's a pretty easy way to cut out pictures. And like I said, it's pretty cheap. If you just buy $5 worth, it gets you 10 images, so 50 cents an image, but the more you buy, it like cuts down in price pretty significantly. So for just $10 worth, you get 50 images. I buy them in $5 increments. I just need to buy a $10 purchase, and that would last me probably a year. So I've liked having that as a way to put, you know, multiple images on one screen without it being too busy, or even just putting them on a blank background instead of me always being in the same 2 locations in my house. And last but not least, I'm finally gonna tell you the software that I use to make my intros, and that is a website called Placeit. They do a lot of weird things. I can't quite figure out what they're trying to be. They have like t-shirt designs, and I don't know what they're trying to be, but I just use under their video tab, they have an intro tab, and kind of like Canva, they have templates already. You can go into the template and then change the song that you want. You can change the colors, you can change the font, the text, you can upload. I have created my own like little almost images on Canva and uploaded that as like the logo. Like as in my example here, I have a Q&A that I uploaded as my logo because that's actually the title of the video. So it's very customizable, but obviously not custom, to where you could hire someone that does animated design. I don't even know how much that costs. I'm sure it's pretty expensive, but that's completely custom if you want to go that route. But if you're not too particular, this is a great option. It is $10 per video to download, or it's $15 a month. So what I did is I paid for 1 month unlimited, and I just went ahead and make like 12 different intros of things I commonly do, like subscription box unboxing, Q&A, honest review series, videos that I know I frequently do, and downloaded all of those and then just canceled my membership. So now I have all of these intros for more generic videos that I frequently do, and then if I ever want to create another specific intro for something, I can, and I'll just pay $10, but at least now I have 12 intros for $15 instead of 12 intros for $120. Does that make sense? Secrets out, that's how I make those intros. But I do use so many different softwares, and I honestly would say out of the probably 20 plus softwares I've played around with, those 6 are the most essential to me, the ones that I don't think I could go without. If there are any online tools you know of, let me know, because I'm always looking for more to better myself and to better this channel for y'all. And thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Highly, highly recommend trying their link. Not only does it help you grow, but it also helps me get to continue to work with them. And like I said, there's no catch. Like, you don't have to pay for it after 2 months if you don't like it, but I'm also pretty confident that you're gonna love it because I love it. I love y'all so much. Happy video making. I hope you have the best rest of your day, and I will see you in a video very soon. Bye.